We're gonna wait. Good evening. I would ask everyone to stand to welcome our class of 2025. Good evening. I'm Cindy Simon, the head of the Department of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. I'm delighted to welcome you to the department's 2025 graduation. On behalf of the faculty, I want to also congratulate the students and the graduates. And first, I want to start by introducing all the faculty who are here tonight. On stage, Professor Michael Dickey, Professor Lisa Bullard, over here on our right, Professor Peter Fedke, Professor Artem Rumyantsev, Professor Carol Hall, Professor Stefano Menengati, Professor Saad Khan, Professor Orlin Velev, Professor Phil Westmoreland, Professor Christine Grant, Professor Matthew Cooper, Professor Gregory Parsons, Professor Jason Hawk, and Professor Balaji Rao. Congratulations to our graduates. A degree in chemical engineering is an accomplishment that is worth celebrating and reflecting upon. You have learned a lot in your time here. McKay-Philly diagrams, vapor-liquid equilibria, partial differential equations. You have grown tremendously. You've learned to work on teams. You've learned to solve ill-defined problems. Sometimes that's the team. And you have learned, some of you, to Zoom through the pandemic. Chemical engineering is not easy in the best of times. So an extra big congratulations on this very special day. This is also a really special year. You are our 100th class to graduate. Our first graduating class was 1925. We had two bachelor's degree recipients, Frederick Smith and Ken Urquhart. We had one faculty member, he was also the chair of the department, Professor Edgar Eugene Randolph. They had one room in Winston Hall, which was the professor's office, the chemical engineering undergraduate lab, the teaching classroom, and everything. And actually, the department head, Professor Randolph, had his PhD in English, and his dissertation was on gerunds. But he did go to MIT to learn about chemical engineering. So, okay, now I don't think we have any English PhDs in the faculty, but we may on the staff. 100 years later, we have 35 faculty, 15 staff, 500 undergrads, and over 215 graduate students. Today, we are graduating 8 PhDs, 14 master's degrees, and 137 bachelor's degrees. And a third of the PhDs and half of the bachelor's degrees are women. And And 80% of our seniors graduating are graduating with honors. And we all know that chemical engineering is the hardest degree in the university, so that is really impressive. Given that this is our 100th graduating class, you might ask, what have chemical engineers done in the last 100 years? Near the top of that list is the development of fertilizers, which allow us to feed the world. Antibiotics, which save 200,000 lives every year in the United States. And vaccines, which have virtually eliminated smallpox and polio and saved millions of lives during the pandemic. And of course, we developed the petrochemical industry that fueled the transition from an agrarian society to our high-tech economy and good-paying jobs. In 1925, 100 years ago, the average adult in North Carolina was illiterate, and their salary was $2,000 a year. That is quite a contrast to our graduating class, which this year the bachelor's degrees have topped $80,000. So congratulations. But with all those great achievements came unforeseen costs. So in the next 100 years, I predict that chemical engineers will be the leaders in green energy, electrification, healthcare, and innovating smart technologies that we cannot even imagine today. Our department has been and continues to be a leader in the evolution of chemical engineering. 20 years ago, we changed our name from chemical engineering to chemical and biomolecular engineering. And now nearly half of the faculty perform some or all of their research in bioengineering or biomanufacturing. And we are also at the forefront of artificial intelligence and chemical engineering, and we actively embrace research that solves global problems, like cleaning up microplastics with enzymes, reducing CO2 emissions, developing better batteries. But although we perform groundbreaking research, one of the things that I am most proud of is our strong commitment to our students. I think it's pretty unique for a top 20 department. And this is one of the reasons I joined NC State 4 years ago. This commitment to our students and their educational journey started with Professor Rich Felder nearly 40 years ago. He did an experiment. He took a class and he wanted to see if the students performed better, if they were involved and participated and did what we now call active learning rather than just being lectured to. So he started this trend, and that method of teaching is a big part of who we are today and how we teach our young faculty to teach. So although Professor Felder started this department's journey, a big part of our continuing commitment to that excellence is Professor Lisa Bullard. So this day is really special for Lisa. I think the seniors all know why. This is her last graduation as the director of the undergraduate program and the academic advisor to our undergraduates, because she's retiring, which is great for her. It's a little bit of a loss for us, but for those of you who are worried about us, know that we have hired 2 teaching faculty, who one of them is Leah Granger, I think you guys know. A great academic advisor in Emily Risk, and we will have a great incoming director of undergraduate programs in Matt Cooper. So we had to hire 4 people to fill her shoes, but I think that we can handle it. I know that due to all of these faculty and all the faculty who are here, all of you graduates are ready to take on the challenges ahead of you. In graduating with a degree of chemical engineering from NC State, you're joining nearly 7,000 prior graduates and a legacy of great chemical engineers who have made a difference in the world. Presidents and vice presidents of global chemical companies, the Admiral of the US Navy, who is here with us today, entrepreneurs, lawyers, professors, medical doctors, and of course, process engineers. All NC State chemical engineers that are making a difference. So now it's your turn. You have not only the creativity to envision a safe, just, and sustainable future, but you also have the skills to create that future. I urge you to make a difference, to find your life's work, and to always tackle problems with integrity, social awareness, and compassion. The future is yours. It's a wonderful opportunity, and it's also a great responsibility. And never forget the value of the wolf pack, watching out for one another and working together. It has been a privilege for the faculty to be able to help you learn and grow, and it will be a privilege for us to watch you build that future. Congratulations. So now I would like to invite Russ Odell to the podium. Russ is the department's Director of Alumni Relations. He received his BS in Chemical Engineering from State in 1975. So this is also a really special year for him and his class because it's their 50th reunion. He also got his PhD here in 1978, and then he worked in industry for 22 years and retired from Hope Celanese. And then he came back to help us be the Director of Alumni Relations and has raised $20 million. So when he calls you guys, answer the phone. Okay, Russ.
Thank you, Cindy. As the CBE Director of Alumni Relations, let me congratulate the class of 2025 on behalf of our 6,000 CBE alumni and welcome each one of you to our CBE alumni family. Two CBE alumni I know are here tonight, Thad Leister and Jim Schilling. They are the fathers of your classmates, Amy Leister and Katie Schilling. So how about a round of applause to all the parents of the class of 2025. Let's see if it's gonna work. Oh my goodness, I broke it. Oh. There we go. It's truly the highlight of my year to introduce Admiral Darrell L. Caudle as our 2025 alumni commencement speaker. He's a native of Winston-Salem and a 1985 graduate of our department. In addition, he holds 2 MS degrees, one in physics and a second in engineering management. And he also holds a Doctor of Management and Organizational Leadership with a specialization in information systems and technology. Moreover, he's a licensed professional engineer, which we hope all of you will be. Admiral Caudle is the current commander of the United States Fleet Forces Command based in Norfolk, Virginia. He concurrently serves as the commander, Naval Forces Northern Command, and commander, Naval Forces Strategic Command. In this role, he organizes, trains, equips, certifies, and employs over 125 ships and submarines, 1,000 aircraft, and 125,000 sailors and government employees. He's executing an annual budget of $17 billion, that's with a B, $17 billion, and is responsible for providing combat-ready forces forward to the numbered fleets and combatant commanders around the globe in support of U.S. national interests. This morning, Admiral Caudle was awarded an honorary Doctor of Sciences degree from NC State. And now, if I do this next slide correctly, I was pointing out his ring. So this is his official military photo. And he's got his NC State ring on.
I went aura tonight.
So before Admiral Caudle comes to the podium, I'd like to mention that several of his classmates are here celebrating their 40-year reunion tonight. We have a photo of that class. Some brought it with them. Let's see if I can. There you go. Oh. So that's the class of 1985 during their senior year. And you may have already seen the next slide. I was pointing out which one is him, and if you didn't see that, you can try to guess which one is him. Think front and center. So this signal must be going to the moon and back. Oh, there he is. Also in that picture, Ellen Gabriel is here tonight with us. And Greg Hayden, Teresa Parker is, Teresa Zook now is in the picture. And Quillian and Jim Williamson. So thanks all of you for coming and joining us tonight. And Williamson's wife, Deanne, is also a CBE grad of class of 1986. Finally, thanks to all of our military guests, and in particular Captain Tanaka, who wrote a letter of support for Admiral Caudle's honorary degree, and he arranged for a second letter of support from Admiral James Kilby. We're glad they could join us tonight. Now, please give Admiral Darrell Caudle, a distinguished graduate of our department, who I'm pleased to call a personal friend, a warm Wolfpack welcome.
All right, well, good evening. I'm going to maybe set this somewhere. I don't want to goon that up almost there. Life is about calling an audible all the time, so you got to be ready. One of the things experience gives you, is a loss of hair. You notice I had a lot more hair in that picture. So those things kind of go together. But anyway, thank you, Russ, for the introduction and for our friendship over the years. It's truly special to know that no matter where I ship off to, I always have a home and support right here in Raleigh. I'd also like to extend a special thank you to Dr. Jim Fantner and Dr. Cindy Simon, for their role in producing this incredible group of chemical and biomolecular engineers before me today. So, all right, so let's get down to business. Congratulations, class of 2025. In a few short moments, you will be conferred the prestigious honor that accompanies a degree of chemical engineer. World-class problem solvers, trained to think critically, creatively, with an elegant combination of theory, estimation, and correlation. And before I get too far, though, I know that there is one in the room that got here I know that there is no one in the room that got here all by themselves. I'd like to recognize all of your support groups that never faltered, always there to set you on the right course and to keep you on path. Let's hear it for the parents, professors, friends, spouses, and everyone who helped you on your journey and remarkable, well-earned accomplishment. Thank you. I am absolutely thrilled to be here to share this day with you. In fact, it was 40 years ago, as you've heard, that I graduated with a chemical engineering degree from this fine institution as well. I started NC State in 1981 as an ill-advised chemistry major, with my roommate majoring in chemical engineering. The way he talked about the differences between chemistry and chemical engineering was so compelling that I was filled with envy day by day. So how could my high school guidance counselor had led me astray so far? So I transferred into the chemical engineering department at the start of the spring semester of my freshman year and never looked back. It was the second best decision I'd ever made in my education journey. And the best decision rests firmly in just deciding to be part of the Wolf Pack in the first place. There you go. In my 40 years after graduating from the Department of Chemical Engineering, I've never forgotten my professors, especially education giants like already mentioned by Cindy, Dr. Rich Felder, Professor Emeritus, whose style, teaching methods, and delivery synergistically combined, for me at least, to bring chemical engineering to life. There is no doubt that staff here were critical in sparking and molding my initial love for engineering, the elegance of critical problem solving, and the importance of remaining a lifelong learner that continues today. The staff here continues to produce the best and brightest. Some of you will go on to work as teachers, doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, even military officers. It doesn't matter the destination because you have gone through and been part of one of the most rigorous education processes in the world, an integral part of truly being part of the special Wolfpack culture. So to all the faculty and staff that helped mold and produce this wonderful assembly of graduates here before me today, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude and thank you for continuing to be the leaders in your field. So let's give them a round of applause. And I have to admit, Cindy, when you were announcing the team, there was a lot of love in the room. So that's good. There's no booze or anything. So somebody's doing something right over there. So that's fantastic. This school and its legendary athletics, its world-class research, its renowned faculty placed me on a lifelong path of continuing education and growth. It's difficult for me to convey how special this campus, its students, its alumni, and most important, its legacy are toward the idea of building a strong foundation for the rest of your lives. There is no finer environment in the world that could help prepare me for naval service and develop my passion for truly understanding the why behind the complex problems any better. Learning and growing at this institution led me to choose a life of service, to wear the cloth of our nation, to serve with honor, courage, and commitment. NC State just has a way of doing that. In my day job, as you've heard Russ say, I am charged with organizing, training, and equipping a force of over 125,000 sailors and civilians, with hundreds of ships and submarines and aircraft, support facilities that ultimately prevail in high-end conflict. Your Navy dominates around the globe, including the Atlantic, the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, the Arabian Gulf, and even the packed ice of the Arctic. In short, my team protects America and our homeland from attack, and it is always ready to go forward to defend our interest around the world and, if needed, to fight and win. That grit, that tenacity, that strong will, those traits that my team brings to bear every day were learned right here on this campus during those pivotal and formative years. You may not realize it yet, but these are the same skills that have been ingrained in all of you too, the class of 2025. A degree in engineering is a great start, but we all know, even if it goes unsaid around campus, that the Department of Chemical and Bimolecular Engineering is the best, most challenging, and most relevant field of study at State, and if we all admit it, really in the world, right? Don't hate us, right? This degree has armed you with the unlimited potential to take on any challenge. You will have no limits in the opportunities that lie ahead. I assure you that as you pursue your career, start your company, or pursue advanced degrees, the reputation of your experience at NC State will continue to communicate the type of person you are, one who is committed to solving the world's toughest problems. You will shape the world we live in and create the world we need to live in. The world will be improved by your collective innovation, critical self-assessments, meaningful analytics, and the service you will deliver from your choices. So choose bold, choose to go big, choose to make a difference, be all in all the time. I urge you to be lifelong learners. Choose to continue to learn. You'll need to just to keep up with your own colleagues, the pace of change, and the problems that only grow larger each day. If you're comfortable at doing something, push yourself to do it better. Look also for what makes you uncomfortable and run toward it. By searching for new experiences, trying new approaches at work, meeting a new person, or broadening your horizons, you will become a more impactful player. Choose to know yourself and build on your own strengths. Quite frankly, chemical engineers, especially those from NC State, are capable of anything and can do anything. You are the problem solvers. But in today's world, it's not enough to be good as an individual. Our world needs teams, teams that are the best that they can be, teams of operators, teams of engineering companies, teams of friends and colleagues, teams that attack problems as a single entity and leverage each other's strengths to find enduring solutions. As part of these teams, understand that you are an extension of the culture of that team. Culture requires a foundation of trust and transparency. This means you will need to communicate well with others with candor on barriers that you'll face together. You must be able to critically assess the problems you face with intellectual honesty and the moral courage to not take the easy way out. You must face the facts brutally with transparent embracing of problems, clear-eyed root cause analysis, hard work, and tough decisions. Condition yourself to have the moral courage to face inconvenient facts and then relentlessly execute your way to victory. As you depart today with the revered title of NC State Chemical Engineer resting proudly on your shoulders, know that the knowledge you have gained is not enough by itself to make a difference. You must use that knowledge to assess critically, to innovate new solutions, and execute your vision with ruthless action. For my personal life, I can say that my degree in chemical engineering has allowed me to open doors I never knew even existed, to approach problems in ways I never knew I could, to do things faster and more efficiently than I thought possible, to build a body of experiences that were previously unavailable to me. I encourage you all to open these new and unexpected doors. Seek to make a difference. You are the masters of the helm to reach out to the horizon, navigate the storms, and shape our future. I know you'll make the right choices and make a difference and build your own legacy, because in a few short minutes, you will be an NC State chemical engineering graduate. I applaud your skills and welcome you into a world that needs your talents, your imagination, and it's never been required more than it is now. Always remember what Stephen King once said, talent is cheaper than table salt. What separates the talented individual from the successful one is just a lot of hard work. Therefore, to make a difference, it requires hard work. I urge you to pursue your goals aggressively in your professional life, your personal life, and your role as an alumnus of NC State. That title, alumnus, comes with certain obligations. You are now an ambassador for this institution, and everything you do will reflect on it. So it's important to honor this obligation by giving back. Give back with your talents, give back with your future accomplishments, and give back with the change you will create in the world using the skills and mastery you learned right here on this campus. We have applauded those who have supported you, but let us now applaud you for the choices you will make, for your strengths, your future actions, and for the difference you will make, and for the hard work for these past years. For what you have done, and more excitingly, for what you will do, congratulations, class of 2025. Go Wolfpack.
Thank you, Admiral Cottle. Now I would like to introduce Ryan Bing. Ryan is the 2024 James K. Farrell Outstanding PhD graduate. He got his bachelor's degree from Purdue in 2018, then came to NC State. He obviously graduated last year and was elected our outstanding graduate. His research, supervised by Dr. Robert Kelly, focuses on metabolic engineering of extreme thermophiles. These are bacteria that live in really, really hot acid, and they get to go to Yellowstone every year to collect them. So I'm not sure whether it was the bugs or just the trips. No, the cool thing about the bugs is that you can engineer them to digest biomass as fermenters. So I don't know that he's going to talk about that, but it's really cool. During his PhD, he had 9 first author publications and 16 other publications, and he has several more articles in review. He's currently working at Capra Biosciences, which is a startup in Virginia. So let's welcome and congratulate Ryan.
Yeah. Hello, and thank you for having me here. It means a lot to me for the department to recognize my achievements during my PhD. I did not accomplish all that I did alone. I want to specifically thank all of my collaborators for all the outstanding work we achieved together. And a special thank you for their tremendous support throughout my PhD to my advisor, Dr. Robert Kelly, my committee members, my lab mates, and fellow graduate students, and my friends and family. Thinking back to my time at NC State, one thing that stands out is the people. The people both in the CBE department and more broadly at the university. If I needed advice on a specific topic or we were short on some chemical in the lab, I knew I could reach out to someone and they'd be willing to help. This type of collaboration and willingness to help each other fostered success, and we accomplished more together. For all of you going out into the world beyond NC State, I encourage you to take this culture with you and help contribute to the new communities that you end up in. And stay connected with your NC State community. They will continue to be a valuable resource for your success. It's truly amazing how small the world feels sometimes. I started my job after grad school less than a year ago, but I'm already running into people with connections back to this department and NC State. And they all have that same willingness to help and collaborate. And we continue to contribute to each other's success. As engineers, we sometimes focus so much on technical details, we forget that those people skills are also really important for enabling us to succeed. My time so far in industry has really reemphasized this for me, where teamwork, organization, and effective communication of technical details is critical to project success. Always be curious, always want to learn something new, and be observant. Oftentimes, little details and information that may initially seem irrelevant can be immensely helpful later on. I think about half my publications for my PhD were from projects that started with a simple observation of, hey, that's odd, I wonder why. One of my favorite stories related to this is from an important observation from one of those thermophilic projects, where we were working to see how well certain types of these thermophilic bacteria can eat different types of plants. Now, these bacteria grow in near boiling water. So as you might expect, you don't really expect things around you to be able to grow in those environments because our environment's not 150 Fahrenheit. However, when we were running these experiments with plant biomass, we noticed that a control sample that only had the plant matter and hot liquid unexpectedly started to look cloudy. We noticed that it was unexpected, and we acted on the observation to ask why. This ended up leading us to discover that moderately thermophilic bacteria are widely present on plant biomass. Whether it's a soybean grown in a field, a greenhouse-grown poplar tree, or Christmas trees from the North Carolina mountains, they all contain these bacteria. We published on this and overturned the assumption in the field that these thermophilic bacteria are mostly confined to those volcanic zones like Yellowstone, and compost heaps, and in fact are much more widely distributed than previously thought. So the point is here, be observant, Those unexpected details might be important, and don't be afraid to ask the question of why. Thank you again, and go Wolfpack.
Cindy, thank you for those kind words earlier. Let me just say that there is nowhere else I would rather be than here tonight. And as an NC State graduate from 1986, there is nowhere else I would rather teach than NC State. The last 25 years have been a joy, and I'm so excited that we are graduating together. So let me just invite you to take a deep breath. Let it out. And be fully present. I know you might be thinking about, what are we having for dinner after this? Or what am I doing tomorrow? When am I starting my job? When am I moving? But all those things will happen. But for now, just be here. So it's my great pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Lauren Kilty. You can see from the program that she has an impressive resume. She's graduating, obviously, in chemical engineering with minors in biomanufacturing and business administration. Somehow, she managed to serve as president of both the American Institute of Chemical Engineers and the International Society of Pharmaceutical Engineers in the same year. She has done undergraduate research in both chemical engineering and biomanufacturing, and she has completed internships at Novartis Gene Therapies and Takeda, as well as a co-op with Biogen. She recently co-led the NC State Alternative Spring Break trip to Puerto Rico. All of these wonderful things tell you about what Lauren did, but not about who she is. And every class for the last 25 years has had a collective personality. And that personality is shaped by a few strong personalities within the class, for good or for bad. Luckily, Lauren is one of those students who has shaped the class for good. One of her classmates shared that Lauren is the kind of friend who knows when you're having a bad day, and she'll drop everything to bring you your favorite snack. She makes studying until midnight in the library worth it because she is smart, witty, and effortlessly funny. She's easygoing, always up for an adventure, and best of all, she cares deeply and wholeheartedly about everyone around her. She's the kind of person who inspires you to be better just by being herself, and that's pretty amazing. So it's my genuine honor to invite Lauren to the podium to share her thoughts and send the class of 2025 on its way. Please join me in welcoming our student speaker, Lauren Kilty.
Hi, everyone. To the amazing faculty, staff, friends, family, and fellow peers, thank you for joining us today to celebrate the graduation of the NC State Chemical Engineering Class of 2025. To those in the audience, thank you for your unwavering support, guidance, and encouragement through our journey. It's because of you that we stand here today, ready to embark on the next chapter of our lives. Did anyone else have a dream, or maybe just a nightmare, that they didn't actually graduate? I did. I frantically emailed Dr. Bullard a few weeks ago with this idea that my brain had made up. But good news, I'm still graduating. We all are. I'm proud to say that we made it. Over the years, we faced challenges from seeing too much red in our MATLAB code, to scrambling to print our torpedo sheets last minute, and even having Zoom decide to update right before an online class decides to begin. Through these experiences in our education, we've shown our resiliency and problem-solving skills. I'm genuinely inspired by everyone here today. It's been an honor to experience life with you all these past few years. Now, I'd like to take us back to the basics of chemical engineering with a fundamental equation. Input minus output plus generation minus consumption equals accumulation. Again, input minus output plus generation minus consumption equals accumulation. Now let's apply this equation to our lives. Input is what we put into the various aspects of our life, our careers, our families, our friends, and our hobbies. We've poured a lot of work into earning this degree, and the fortitude that we've gained along the way will stay with us throughout our lives. Beyond our education, many of us are also athletes, leaders, advocates, partners, and even parents. As we move forward, I urge you not to forget the dedication you've shown here and let it drive you in every new endeavor. What we've put into our lives will reflect in its output and its generation. This could be accolades, promotions, and even paying off your student loans. But one of the most valuable things we've generated over these years is a strong sense of community. We've built relationships with people who have challenged, supported, and shaped us. Our community might look a little different as we move forward without commiserating in the atrium after a thermo exam. But never forget the importance of surrounding yourself with a solid network of people who will continue to inspire and push you to be your best. In this next chapter, find your champion, find your advocate, and in other words, find your Dr. Bullard. Just as important as generation is consumption. As much as we strive for success, it's crucial that we also take time for ourselves. Make sure to prioritize your mental and physical health. For me, that's hanging out with my cat, Alfredo. You could also go the classic new grad route and join a running club. Remember, you can't give your best if you're not taking care of yourself first. Combining everything, we have input minus output plus generation minus consumption, and this all equals our final term, accumulation. This term represents the change in a system over time. Our growth is not linear, and it shouldn't be. Life doesn't work in a steady state, and neither should we. Don't fear change, and don't be afraid to grow. Being here today brings back the feelings I had during our very first Chemie 205 class. Excited, a little nervous, and full of anticipation. And now, look how far we've come. Like our journey through chemical engineering, life's challenges and changes will make you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what lies ahead. On a personal note, I'd like to take a moment to thank my family, mom, dad, and my sister. You've been my rock throughout this journey. I'd also like to thank my senior design group, Dua, Jade, Claire, Naomi, and Zach, for being an incredible team and forming lasting friendships that I will always cherish. And of course, my bestie from Chemie 205, Carwin. Lastly, I'd like to recognize Dr. Bullard, who is also closing her chapter here at NC State with us. Dr. Bullard has been a mentor, guide, and friend to countless students over the years, and her impact on all of us cannot be overstated. On behalf of everyone here, thank you for everything you've done for us and for all that you will continue to do in the future. We hope to one day have half the impact that you've had on us in our own careers. So, thank you all for being here today. I'm so proud of us, we did it. Congratulations, and as always, go Pack.
Thank you, Lauren. So now we are going to have the graduates come across the stage, and Professor Michael Dickey will read your names. We have a professional photographer, so people in the overflow room don't need to worry about trying to get a picture of their student as they shake my hand or any of the faculty's hands. So I would like where's the marshals to help you? Okay. The marshals to help the students and all of the faculty to also come and stand up so that you can shake your hands as the students cross the stage. And the students remember to look at me and look at the photographer.
This is a very special day, and congratulations to everybody. You might be wondering how to respond when your special person walks across the stage, and my suggestion would be to do so with enthusiasm. Ready? Callahan Grace Abernathy, summa cum laude. It's a good start. Ferris Ajin, magna cum laude. Benjamin Thomas Anderson, summa cum laude. Chloe Andresen, cum laude. Emmanuel Aponte Torres, summa cum laude. Gedler Manuel Aravelo Rivera, magna cum laude. Kaylee Madison Arney, magna cum laude. Jose Barbeto, magna cum laude. Alexander Walter Viega, cum laude. Congratulations. Andrew Ross Berkner, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Mia Abigail Buzzi, cum laude. Congratulations. Kelvin Borges, cum laude. Olivia Barnes Boswell. Naomi Rafael Boedo, summa cum laude. Angel L. Boyett, cum laude. Thank you. Shane Taylor Braxton, summa cum laude. Congratulations. Brennan M. Brown. Eric Michael Buxbaum, magna cum laude. Sydney Marie Buxbaum, summa cum laude. Caleb Franklin Carter. Ridesh Singh Chauhan. Hope Abigail Churchman, magna cum laude. Kelly Virginia Clark, cum laude. Benjamin James Clements, cum laude. Allison Grace Kleindienst, magna cum laude. Jack Gabriel Coates, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Adam Corbett, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Elizabeth Marie Corby. Alexander James Cowart. Rachel D. Kraus, summa cum laude. Samuel Crowley, magna cum laude. Thank you. Alessandro Cunico Dalpra, magna cum laude. Theodore Eugene Dano, summa cum laude. Luke Christian Griffin, magna cum laude. Kian Kenneth Golding, magna cum laude. Rose Marie Glazier, cum laude. Joshua Herring Glasheen, summa cum laude. Zachary Joseph Orion Gill, magna cum laude. Max Christopher Gibbs, summa cum laude. Aidan Emery Gans, summa cum laude. Taylor Page Floyd, magna cum laude. Nicholas John Farber, summa cum laude. Jacob Ken Ferriti, summa cum laude. Jessica Morgan Dunn. Ian Cole Dudley. Gavin Dufresne, magna cum laude. Aaron Matthew Dornseef, cum laude. Mansi Hiran Dolakia, cum laude. Mackenzie Lee May Ingle, cum laude. Rushan Rafi Hussein, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Hollander. Liao Huang, cum laude. Hannah Dale Honeycutt, magna cum laude. It's Madeline. Okay. Claire Madeline Hodges, summa cum laude. Ana Laura Hernandez Patisme, cum laude. Lydia Grace Hatfield, magna cum laude. Dallas Jonathan Hatcher, magna cum laude. Layla Hassan, cum laude. Robert Michael Hart, cum laude. Sarah O. Harris. Nicole Emily Ham, summa cum laude. Kinsley Victoria Ham, summa cum laude. Thank you. George Rock Gerthen Jr., summa cum laude, valedictorian. Samuel Joseph Grove, summa cum laude. William Brennan Gross, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Sumita Gori Jagadisan. Dua Abdul Karim Jalal, magna cum laude. Skylar Faith Johnson, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Lucy Alexandra Jones, cum laude. Benjamin Kelroy. Thanks, Alan. Lauren Marie Kilty, cum laude. Jenna Ruth Colby, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Daniel James Kozel, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Alexander Walter Lambrecht, magna cum laude. Amy Michelle Leister, summa cum laude. Benjamin Donald Lesson, magna cum laude. Lily Lynn, magna cum laude. Carson Elijah Lloyd, magna cum laude. Jalen Elijah Hadnot Lucas, magna cum laude. Kaya Markert, magna cum laude. Jade Markley, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Daniel Todd Matthews, cum laude. Jillian Whitney McNaught, magna cum laude. Srimanth Mecca, summa cum laude. Raghu Vanch Niredi, magna cum laude. John Augustus Marrow, summa cum laude. Jasmine Newman, magna cum laude. Laura Newsom, summa cum laude. Connor Godfrey O'Brien, summa cum laude. Abigail Benton Oaks, magna cum laude. Angelina Rose Oliveri. Jill Patel, magna cum laude. Alexandra Pierce, summa cum laude. Thanks. Margaret Gale Pohl. Lucy Caroline Polzine, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Linda Pomerantseva, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Putney, summa cum laude. Tyler Garrett Quisenberry, magna cum laude. Rishikesh Ram, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Theodora Rasuo, cum laude. Averi Solange Rector, summa cum laude. Carwin Nicole Dauz Rivera, cum laude. Kira Rowan Rabarzik, cum laude. Kashvi Segal, cum laude. Andrew Sartorelli, magna cum laude. Mary Brown Scarborough. Elisa Schlesinger Alves, cum laude. Kennedy Lawson Schroeder, summa cum laude. Andrew Perry Schultz, magna cum laude. Abigail Marie Seidley, magna cum laude. Laurel Settlemeyer, summa cum laude. Amelia Lee Shea, summa cum laude. Catherine Marie Schilling, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Paige Frances Siggins, summa cum laude. Caroline Grace Sinclair, summa cum laude. Natalie Jane Spiro, cum laude. Tyler Stana, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Caden Christoph Steinman, magna cum laude. Darren Paul Stillwell Jr., cum laude. Aiden Charles Sunris, summa cum laude. Noah Harrison Tart, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Cade Thomas Tharrington, magna cum laude. Alexander James Troutman, magna cum laude. Lauren Elise Turrentine, magna cum laude. Alexander Tustin, summa cum laude. Jacob Isaac Tench. Philip Vasto, cum laude. Sarah Rose Vault, summa cum laude. Lydia Blair Walston. Sarah Brady Watson, cum laude. Justin Michael Whalen, summa cum laude. Braden Scott Williams. Caitlin Joy Williams, magna cum laude. Adeline Laird Witherspoon, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Tyler Hunter Robluski, summa cum laude. Aditi Yadav, summa cum laude, valedictorian. We'll now be presenting recipients of the degree of Masters of Science. Brandon James Hudson. Matthew Daniel Klasa. Edwin Charles Miller. Rudra Patel. Vaishnavi Patel. Wajahad Yusuf Sayed. Chirantan Prashant Shah. Nazanin Shakuri. Ganesh Keshav. Amin Yahi. We will now be presenting the recipients of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Yeah. Well, I will invite their advisor to come up for the hooding ceremony. Nidhi Malik Diwakar, advised by Orlin Bellow. Orlin. Sneha Mukherjee, advised by Orlin Bellow and yours truly. Lillian Okello, advised by Dr. Orlin Bellow. Pratasha Sarkar, advised by Dr. Saad Khan and Dr. Orlando Rojas. Sobana Alekia Sripada, advised by Dr. Stefano Menegatti and Dr. Ruben Carbonell. Steph. Congratulations to all our graduates.
So we have one more little rite to do, which is the turning of the tassel. But before we do that, I would like to take a moment to thank our great staff, Danielle Regal and Lauren Marlier and Donna Cooper and all of our marshals and Will Smith for making this a great event. So thank you all. And after we turn the tassel, what's going to happen is the faculty are going to proceed out and the graduates will follow the faculty. And then the audience can follow us after we're all out. So, Lauren, will you come up? Maybe? Oh, well, you make them stand up and then.
Okay, guys.
You make them stand up and then you. Move it. Then you just move it.
All right, get up, guys. Ready? 3, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.